Before Romeo wrote a sonnet, before Napoleon slid into Josephine's diary, there was Cleopatra, and she didn't write love letters to any man. She wrote them to Caesar, and absolutely no match for the sharpest mind in the Mediterranean. And not just any Caesar, Julius Caesar, dictator of Rome, married, older, balding. It began with civil war. What he finds is a royal mess. To siblings, Cleopatra and her younger brother, husband Ptolemy XIII, locked in a throne room standoff that makes most divorces look peaceful. Surprise, out pops a 21-year-old queen with perfect eyeliner and a power plan. Their story didn't begin with flowers. Julius Caesar arrives in Alexandria in 48 BCE, hoping to rest after chasing his rival Pompey across continents. Caesar wants peace, Cleopatra wants her crown back. So naturally, she sneaks into his palace rolled up in a rug. Yes, a rug, delivered by a loyal servant. Unfurls in front of Caesar about politics, about reforms, about trade, and occasionally about lust. He gave her Cyprus. She secured her throne. He secured grain for Rome. He doesn't blink. With a child, with influence, with a better hairstyle than anyone in the forum. Just power moves disguised as poetry. 23 stab wounds later, Cleopatra is alone. Widowed by empire, her last letter never answered. She doesn't wait. She writes to senators, to generals, to Rome itself. Caesar suddenly has business in Egypt. Ptolemy, unfortunately, drowns in the Nile. Rome turns on itself. Octavian rises. Cleopatra watches. Others say she burned them all, letting the smoke carry secrets only the gods should hear. Waits, and the two of them? Let's just say Papyrus starts flying. For her ability to turn war into opportunity and politics into art. They talk. They scheme, they charm. By the next morning, Cleopatra is back in power. Egypt might have absorbed Rome, not the other way around. Rome pretended not to notice. Caesar built her a statue in the Temple of Venus. Rome later burned the letters. But Egypt remembered. They wrote to each other constantly. No hearts drawn in ink. She called him my Caesar, my lion, my mountain. He called her Regina, star of the East, and probably please send more gold. It wasn't a fling, it was a merger. She gave him ships. And when Caesar returned to Rome, he brought more than Egyptian spices. He brought Cleopatra. She didn't come quietly. She came with an entourage of dancers, diplomats, and one very significant child, Caesarion, her son, Caesar's spitting image. The Senate nearly fainted, a foreign queen. Romans whispered, wives hissed, senators plotted. Still, the letters flowed from Rome to Alexandria. Each scroll a thread binding two worlds together. But love stories don't survive Roman politics. In 44 BCE, Caesar walks into the Senate and never walks out. She flees back to Egypt, her son beside her. Her heart in pieces, her strategy still intact. She declares Caesarion heir. Rome ignores her. The man she loved is gone, but the power they built? Still alive, years pass. She doesn't remarry. She doesn't retreat, she writes. She reminds them, I was Caesar's queen. I was his equal. I am not done. Some say she kept a letter from him under her pillow until the day she died. What we know is this. They weren't pen pals, they were co-conspirators. She didn't send love notes, she sent ultimatums, dressed in perfume and poetry. He didn't fall for her looks, he fell for her mind, for her ambition. Together, they didn't just kiss, they carved policy. And for a brief, brilliant few years, love nearly rewrote the future of the world. Had Caesar lived, Cleopatra might have become Empress of Rome. Caesarion might have ruled instead of Octavian, but the story ended in blood, not ink, and still, buried beneath ruins and rumors, are the whispers of letters, real or imagined, that once crossed oceans and empires. Not written to seduce, written to shape the world. Because when Cleopatra wrote, she didn't just write to a man. She wrote to history, and she made sure it answered.